tell us about any kind of failed marketing or anything that kind of went horribly wrong?
I can tell you about so much failed marketing. So we believe that done is better than perfect. And for when you have the spirit of, we're going to take a risk, we're not going to overanalyze to the point that we're 100% sure that it's the right thing to do, and we're going to jump on an opportunity quicker than our competitors, then you're going to get stuff wrong. And we've done tons of that over the years. The most famous one is when we changed the name of Punk IPA to Pink IPA to celebrate International Women's Day. And we got absolutely slaughtered for it. We got absolutely slaughtered. And it was done with absolutely the best intentions. And the premise was to raise awareness of inequality, to raise awareness of gender pay gap, and to raise awareness of things that actually was put together by a lot of kind of female executives in our team. But for some reason we didn't position it right, and we got torn apart for it. And people love to go back to the stuff that didn't go according to plan. So James just recently posted an awesome thing on LinkedIn, which was my 10 biggest mistakes as BrewDog's founder. And it's an awesome article actually, and Pink IPA was pretty high on that list actually. So yeah, there's been plenty. We'll continue to get stuff wrong, Dan. I think there's no doubt about it. And I think that at the time where a piece of activity like Barnard Castle, for example, it made us feel a little bit uneasy and a little bit itchy, and we knew that it could go one way or the other. And I think if it doesn't make you feel like that, then we're probably not pushing the envelope hard enough.
So my question is, you see a lot of like crazy stats these days about how about 90% of startups fail. For those that don't fail and manage to scale, what do you think is the key element? Like, is it always down to that like great idea? Is it execution? Like, why are they different?
That's an awesome question, and I think that the embryo is always a great idea and a point of difference. But I'm going to talk about two things that I think that startups lose too quickly. So first and foremost, one of the things that we got wrong and almost derailed us was that we started building this kind of empire of corporate infrastructure ahead of the growth curve. So the growth curve was pretty aggressive, but my God, our cost curve was way ahead of that, because we had been, we thought that the thing that we had to do was to build this team of fancy executives, or we wouldn't be able to get to the point where we reached the valuation or wherever the revenue target. And it was totally the wrong thing to do, because to Tim's question earlier on, we started to really lose the spirit and the ethos of what allowed us to move at pace and get things done in an unconventional way. So I would encourage all small startup businesses to stay as close to the action as possible through as much of the growth phase as they can. And secondly, then, we've made profit every year for the last 11 years. And now some years it's been really minuscule, but we're really proud of the fact that we were never one of those startups that operated at a loss for X amount of years. So I think understanding that cash is king and that we do things in a scrappy, bootstrappy way is really important. Now, when we actually started to become a bit more successful and get some cash in the bank, it became really difficult it remains a real challenge to get our team to continue to spend every penny as hard as they did 10 years ago, when now they know that we maybe don't have to fight for it quite as much as we used to. But the way that we get around that, I often talk to the team about a reminder that 155,000 people have invested £400 or £500 in our business. You're spending the money that a hairdresser or a nurse or an office worker or whoever, or a taxi driver has earned and decided to trust us enough to invest in our business. So let's take care when spending that money. So the two things I would say are, be as close to the action as possible and don't build unnecessary hierarchy. And remember that every penny of cash is sacrosanct. That's you guys.
That was absolutely great, Dave. Really interesting.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a good Christmas.
Thank you.
Take care.
You
Bye.
too. Cheers.